allow the children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the...
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó jòjòjò. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó jòjòjò. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Ṣé lọ ni Maiyegun dá wa sí?
Good morning to you.
Sírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í tó níbẹ̀ o.
Good afternoon to you.
Ó bá ṣe.
And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. You're joining me. Some are at work. Some are just waking up. Those who are already at work and listening or watching this, just put it on like you are listening to your podcast on the side. It shouldn't by any means, right? Take your attention away from your work. It is just a catch-up, a gist. It is not always like the detailed one as we always have during our prime time at night. Take your time to read the caption of this broadcast, the description of this broadcast. Like it. Share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell everyone that cares to probably be here. Tell all of them about Maiyegun today. I think this is the calm after the storm. It is the post Edo And as we speak, people seems to have gone back to their lives and then are waiting what is in stock for them. What does the future hold for them going forward? Especially where they know that nothing they do is going to probably change anything. The conquered people of Nigeria. Please don't beat yourself to it. The politicians themselves are already realigning and realigning all towards your common goal, your common patrimony. Not until you have all the general consensus that you are done and tired, you would have to keep recycling these rogues and these criminals in different, colors. So Thiefnubu said that the result of Edo election is due to his good policies and you're being happy with his government. I know it's not completely true. However, others have said other things too, including the Akpabioles and Koolu, where they have all said that what you witnessed in Edo State. See, sometimes we pretend that some things that happens, right? We are in shock when we are actually not supposed to be in shock, okay? So they did it in Imo State. They got away with it. They did it in Kogi State. They got away with it. The recent one is Edo State. And some of you are already saying, I'm done with Nigeria. I am not sending my money to anybody again. I'm not doing any giveaway again. You are reacting. However, 1 week will be enough before everybody is back to default mode. The default mode where some of you will begin to feel like you could save Nigeria. But my job, the job of lifetime, my job is to keep reminding you that every effort to say you want to save that contraption by elections or so, it's not just a waste of time. It is also a waste of life and waste of scarce resources. We've had people who have who invested so much from the diaspora in this past Edo election, right? They were sending money to their relatives and friends and others to say, you know what, stand your ground, stand your ground. However, one thing is certain, whether those who stood their ground and those who didn't, the bottom line is that you are dealing with an element of state capture. There is no amount of stand your ground that can actually stand them this way. They will write the result and they will declare the result they have written. And they will tell you to go to court. That's why I don't really want to 100% really blame everyone there, even though I still do, by the way. You know, when you see those who publicly sold their souls and conscience to PDP, APC. We saw all of that. And that's why you can say the people themselves are enabler, but they are just enabler to validate what has been predestined or pre-written. And pre-written means that no matter what you do, you are running and contesting or running against INEC, institution that should be conducting free and fair election if there is any at all. Since you have none, it is complicated. The ideal thing is that those of you who never really waste or break sweat trying to be part of the charade, you are likely the best winner, because what do you have to lose that you haven't lost already? Which is, we want to change something, but you can't. You can't under the current circumstances. So they have been out to say this is just at the beginning. And others are saying that this reminds them of PDP too. Remember, PDP became so confident, right? That one of them even declared that they were going to run and rule Nigeria for 50 years. There's nobody that can take them out. Unfortunately for them, 4 years after that statement, they became history. It's not because Nigerians had the power to crush PDP. It's all started from within. And I have said this many times on Maiyegun's Diary Politico, that I want to see Nigeria break up, that you don't want to see Nigeria break up. The truth of the whole thing is that you and I have no control over what is going to happen to Nigeria. the criminals in Nigeria are the ones that are going to self-destruct. And by their self-destruction, the ideal thing for those of us who wanted to opt out of this contraption is to be prepared. Be prepared mentally, be prepared physically, be prepared in all ramification. Because when this house comes crashing, you do not want the old pieces to fall on the laps of those who orchestrated this hardship on the rest of us. So that is why Maiyegun's Diary Political is a breeding ground for patriotic people from every part of Nigeria, most especially the southern part of Nigeria, where those of you who are from the southern part of Nigeria have been part and parcel of those still keeping that contraption together. But to some of you, you actually feels like you know what it takes to run a country or fix the country. Therefore, breaking up Nigeria is not really your thing. So Maiyegun's Diary Political is to help you make sure that you are mentally prepared, more than physically, right? You are mentally prepared that once this house comes crashing, once this contraption comes falling apart, you do not invest your energy, you do not invest your resources in trying to say, oh, let us salvage it, let us save it. No, when it comes crashing, also, you are not found wanting. The criminals who have brought this upon us from southern part of Nigeria, when this house comes crashing, you must make sure that they do not have any access to any of the control that will give them a new life upon all they have done to us. So again, Nigeria is going to break up, even though some of you don't believe that. That's fine. That is what makes us. That's what makes us a two. I want Nigeria to break up peacefully. Unfortunately, it's not looking like it's going to be a peaceful breakup, but that's what I want. That's what I wish for, and that is what I preach. I do not preach violence. But whether I want a peaceful breakup or you want a peaceful, what do you call it, progress or the one Nigeria, the bottom line is that you and I have no control over it. The only control we have is how we handle it. When it becomes as in Nigeria, the elites in Nigeria, the haters of Nigeria, because those are those who hate Nigeria for real. Why? These are the people who have all it takes to actually make a country work. Nigeria has done so much for them. Nigeria has done so much for them and their families. But what did they give back to Nigeria in return? Hardship, corruption, terrorism, tribalism, ethno-religious jingoism. In fact, religious fanaticism, things that keep people divided. Because as you are divided to them, it gives them more power. It gives them more control. So these are the enemies of Nigeria. They have all it takes to fix that contraption. But what do? They are buying citizenship for their children, for their family members outside Nigeria, like they do not believe in any future Nigeria at all. So they loot the country, take the money away from Nigeria, deny millions and millions of children opportunity to have access to education. They deny millions of elderly people the access to health care. But they are buying all those for themselves. Their doctors live abroad. Their hospitals and all of that, they are abroad. Their children's school abroad. But yet, they still hold on to that contraption. It mustn't break. It is like the graveyard. They take everything away from Nigeria. And when they die, they take them back to Nigeria to bury. It seems that's the only thing Nigeria, is really meant to them. So it is not me. It is not you. It's not Maiyegun that will break up Nigeria. And it is not you that will keep Nigeria. It will be the actions and the inactions of the criminals from all parts of Nigeria, from every tribe, from every ethnic, and from every religion in Nigeria, contributing to the destruction of that country. So my job is to make you see that and make sure that you do not continue in the path of your own parents, your ancestors. Our parents were told to be patient. Okay, let's be patient and pray for this country. Don't wish this country bad. As if to say your wishes are the reasons why Nigeria is not working. Why the rogues who continue to destroy the country keeps getting away with it, right? never to be punished. Rather, they are rewarding bad behavior. So when PDP had that power 9 years ago before they lost it, they never believed that their own internal destruction, internal wrangling, internal greed, selfishness, and internal power tussle would tear them apart to what they have become today, a joke. And here you have APC, Ekbekebe, threading the same path. So rather than join them, begin to shout, change. Listen to me very well, okay? From my own summation, and I could be wrong. I've not really been wrong on things like this. I am I am actually willing to be wrong, okay? I haven't been wrong. APC, Ekbekebe, we also spent 8 years. They will spend 16 years. Bokwari has done ACE. Thiefnubu is doing ACE. We don't know if it's going to last 8, but the power to remain there for 8 and the confidence that nobody can take them out is already like at the highest rate. They are so confident right now that nobody can challenge them. You can all go and wail. If they want any state, they will get it. Your vote won't really matter. Your own gra-gra won't really change anything. You can only do gra-gra. At last, they will have what they want. And it's good. So when PDP was doing that, a lot of them never believed that they will lose power. In Nigeria, they will tell you, there is no way an incumbent will lose power in Nigeria until they self-destruct. Within themselves, they plotted their own downfall, their own destruction. Where are they today? They are gasping for survival, right? So one by one, okay? APC, Ekbekebe will also reach its own crescendo. And what will happen after that? Implosion. Boom. So to the people of Edo State, be grateful that this has happened. Maybe this will kind of help a lot of you too to understand the life the kind of country that you are part of. And to those of you who are thinking that APC, Ekbekebe, could actually mean well for you or because you're going to benefit. Well, don't worry. We will be keeping the record of all of their atrocities. And when the implosion happens, we do not and we would not encourage anybody to begin to shout change or whatever other name you put together then. Once the politicians within the APC and those of the PDP begin to group together again to say they want to rescue Nigeria from APC. So we will do our best to make sure that never happens. Once this APC, Ekbekebe implodes, that should implode Nigeria as well. And that should be at the point whereby nobody should rescue Nigeria than what? To negotiate the breakup of Nigeria. Even if you have to start with the breakup of the contract, the structure of criminality that keeps producing criminals all year long or so. So help us God. So yesterday, the announcement of an APC candidate, Okpebholo, the results is now public. And from what they have declared, it is similar to the way they did your 2023. If there is any kind of a threat per se to the APC and PDP establishment, I think it is that of the obedience and then the association with the Labour Party. And that is why every time they are writing their results in Nigeria, they always prefer to push Labour Party, you obedient, to the far distant third. So that if anybody is going to even challenge anything, you won't be one of them. And I hope this, your son candidate in Edo State, Olumide, does not fall under the idea of going to any court. It is not worth it. It is all written. And since they have written it against themselves, the best rigger has been declared winner. So they believe that if anybody wants to challenge anybody, it should be PDP challenging APC or APC challenging PDP. So you, Labour Party, wait till you won't go challenge. You get that now? That's how they always write their results, okay? So it's a good thing. And if you, like I said, if you kind of check out what they did to your OB last year too, right? They put him at a far distance third. Enough that the people will be like, wait till you want challenge. How you want to, from where to where? That's how the written result works for APC. It is the power tussle between the two of them. APC, PDP, PDP, APC. Now they are asking you, some of you now, to possibly go back to PDP so that you can do what APC did to PDP in 2015. If you want to rescue yourself from this state capturer or so, don't fall for it. It is all a gimmick and trick. Doesn't matter though if you listen to me or you don't. So the result they published shows that the Monday Okpebholo, who happened to be the candidate and the governor-elect for Edo State, and from other revelations that have started coming out now, they said there was no way, no chance that Obaseki will pull it off this time around. According to them, they said Oga is very, very interested in Edo. And Oga is Thiefnubu. So Oga has listed other places he's interested in. The mistake that happened in Abia State, they will correct it by the time they get to 2027. They are coming for Anambra too. I hope Soludom will be ready because they are coming for him as well. So, and on and on like that until Nigeria become a one-party state or other states that are controlled by non-APC, becomes so like insignificant, inconsequential. So this is how power-drunk and power-hungry people, that's how they behave, because they can get away with anything. They have the INEC, they have the police, they have the military, they have the courts. What else do they need? To actually take wherever they want to take, whenever they want to. What do you think they need anymore? Nothing. So it's just going to be like at the mercy. You are at the mercy of APC, and I like that. I like that. So I want to see how it goes, right? So for those of you who are thinking, who are those who voted for them and all that? This morning, the supporters of APC, they were happy. They were on the streets to celebrate their victory. And yesterday, you saw all those ones who were supporting PDP and other Edo guys who are like, they are not members of PDP, but they just kind of prefer PDP than APC. So they were lamenting, protesting. But today, people are actually rallying, thanking God that Obaseki will be gone and gone for good. So yesterday, Thiefnubu released a statement, and that statement was that they succeeded in Edo State because Edo people are very, very happy with Thiefnubu's government. The APC governors who were all in Edo State yesterday to give from like 2 days ago to give moral support to their new colleague, Monday Okpebholo, the governor-elect of Edo, said that Thiefnubu, especially Akpabiole, who was also there, said that Thiefnubu's policy has helped Nigerians so much that Edo people couldn't wait to come under the banner of APC, of Thiefnubu and all that. I know it's all jam talk, right? But actually, it was a big victory for them that they delivered. From the report, like I said, Obaseki couldn't really escape it. To the point that there were those inside the PDP as well, whose assignment is to ensure that they delivered Monday Okpebholo. So Dele Momodu wrote something on Twitter yesterday and said he will be surprised. In fact, he will be shocked if Obaseki is not aware of those who are actually working within the PDP to deliver this guy. It's not just it's not just a PC thing. It was like a collective effort that Edo State must be delivered to them, whatever it's going to take. And that is why they feel sorry for Aswe. The Aswe, some people are already saying, they say Aswe is actually a very nice guy. I have not seen a nice politician in Nigeria, but you know, Nigeria is all about my own thief is better than your own thief. People will fight you, tear you apart if you disagree with that. Anyway, so they said they feel sorry for him because you know, it was pretty much like he stood no chance with the level of you know, the gang up within PDP and then outside as well. That was a foregone issue. The ideal thing is that they shouldn't even bother going to any courts. But it's all playing out. I have this collection of clips, right, for you. where everything went down. Let's start with this.
Shenanigan. What is on ground?
Okay, I need to tell you. You see that first clip you are seeing there, right? That is a guy called Don Pedro Obaseki. The day before the election or the selection, he was on Channels Television with Obadonkey. And as his own closing remark, he challenged Shehu that they are winning this election. You know, we are winning this election, Shehu. See, if we don't win this election, I'll give you 5 million naira. I haven't heard from him. There's another guy in this clip you're about to watch who said the election has been free and fair. Free and fair election because PDP paid their money, APC paid their money. So APC just spent more. I mean, PDP spent more money, but APC just had to have the day. So that is a very, very free and fair election to an average Edolite. So don't always say it is rigged that way. The whole thing is not rigged or could not be rigged without the collaboration of the Edo themselves, Edo people.
Shenanigan. What is on ground? Shehu, I will bet you. I've bet in some of the stations before. You'll be my friend. Not be today we start. If we lose this election, Shehu, I send you 5 million naira. Even if I have to sell my car.
All right, I'm waiting for the bet. I don't wish anybody.
The bet is on.
I don't wish anybody evil. But this is a game. May the best man win. And between you and I, I've known you for years now. As a former media person who is now into politics. We'll see how this ends. But finally, on the final note, Dr. Obaseki tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What will make
Okay, I'm a Labour Party member, and I voted to my own party, which is Labour. But with my point of view of what happened yesterday, the election was successful. There was nothing like violence, there was nothing like fights, there was nothing like trouble. And everybody voted in peace, and live feed in peace. Because what really made the election to go well was that because of the money that evolved, other political parties were sharing money, while other political parties will now have money to share. So as a result of that, that shows that the party goes well. Nothing like fight, nothing like quarrel. So that is how we voted yesterday.
Now, can we know the political parties? You said that you witnessed several political parties sharing money and the amount. Can you just tell us?
The political party that we are sharing money, PDP also share, but it's not up to the amount of APC. So as a result of that, because of the money, APC, even PDP members and Labour Party members and other political members follow money. They began to vote for money. They were voting for money, not for any other thing. They were voting for money. Because of the money that they were giving people in the field, they decided to follow APC and vote for APC. In my own polling booth, APC got 185. Then while PDP got 8. While Labour got 3. So for that, I say, well, anyway, we thank God because this is open election. This is open ballot box. It's not a secret election. So we did this successfully, and there was enough security, and there is nothing like somebody that will say want to cough. Nobody cough and nobody make any noise. So for that, we thank God for the peaceful election that happened.
Hassan, I asked you a question earlier on about allegations by some members of PDP that the election was rigged. What is your take on that?
Election was never rigged in Edo North Central, Edo North West, and Edo North East. Nothing like election that was rigged. Those things, they did it. The INEC officials, they did everything openly. Everybody will be there. Everybody was there. APC was there. PDP was there. Other political parties were there. They counted their paper. They see those ones. Labour, APC are leading. APC are leading. In all polling booths, APC are leading. So they were all aware. So they couldn't even call because they witnessed it by themselves. But all I know is that APC still cook and brought food for the agent, whether you are from APC agent or from PDP. They don't care to know. They share food for everybody in the field yesterday. But they were taking care of people, and they did not make people too hungry like that. So, but I know that my people here, our people in Edo not here, they voted for money. So I will say the truth. That is my eyes witness. Even securities witness what happened. So there's nothing like allegation. They were there. And somebody that was hungry, you cannot ask the person to go and do this. He will be even angry with you. Even some of my members, I saw them voting for APC. So I cannot go closer to them and ask them why are they doing this. So everybody with his own choice. But I vote for my right. So that's why I voted for Labour. But I did not vote for any other party.
37 votes. Party YPP, 296 votes. Party ZLP, 254 votes. That Okpebholo mode of APC, having satisfied the requirement of the law,
of God for people is nothing but progress, happiness, joy, and prosperity. I believe strongly that the election of Edo, though very tense at the beginning, the outcome is a reflection of the confidence that Nigerians have continued to express in President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Thiefnubu, that his administration has made a mess on the ground, but they are doing their best to see how they can turn around the fortunes of Nigerians. I want to tell you to remain patient and continue to support the president, support his administration, and know that yes, even like what has happened in Edo now, is a clear reflection of what will happen. Bosa! 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 I never knew you would honor me this way. I never knew you would honor me this way. I never knew you would honor me this way. Honor me this way. Thank you, Jesus.
Anyway, Obaseki himself then gave about 2 minutes, a video to tell Edo people to calm down. Like, what else would they do? Some people said that they were expecting Edo State to be on fire by now. Who go start the fire? Anyway, the people that they were fed food are the ones that abandoned whatever they said before the whole charade and then started collecting money. So who go start the fire? Then somebody saw Philip Shaibu there, right? He's gone back. What if now you wait till you go do? With what Obaseki did that guy. I mean, he humiliated him so much that I was kind of wondering why at some point, even though I shared some of their fights on this platform as well, right? Obaseki humiliated him so much that, man, come on. The deputy governor of Edo State, your friend, the first thing they did was to send him out of the government house. The deputy governor, they went to go and put his office somewhere far, far away from the government house. One abandoned ministry of something office, far, far away. And after that, he got impeached, removed. They also went on to threaten to demolish his house. In fact, they demolished part of his house in Edo, all because the guy said he wanted to succeed Obaseki. He wanted to be governor too. And Obaseki won't have any of that. How dare you challenge me when I've already concluded that my friend, I swear, will succeed me. So now you are trying to challenge me. So they declared him enemy. And they showed him Shege. And all of you, some of you witnessed this as well. Okay. So while that was happening, who exactly, or what exactly do you want him to do? He went back to his own vomit, apologized and apologized to Oshi-omo-ole. Not that they actually probably still kind of believe in him or not. But yeah, it's got something as a consolation. Enough that, yeah, you will see him among those who have now recovered their Edo back now, you will say. So, Obaseki.
I feel very happy. I want to tell you that I'm starting from where I'm supposed to. And I want to let you also know that I would like to emulate what I want to have done in Akpabiole State. Edo will receive a new transformation. By the grace of God, Edo is back again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My dear good people of Edo State, in the last few months, the various political parties have embarked on very rigorous campaigns to sell their respective candidates for the office of governor to the people of Edo State, in an exercise which came to a climax yesterday. The attractive thing about democracy is the power it bestows on the people to choose who governs them. Therefore, when this power is blatantly seized from the people, it is not just a tragedy, but a travesty of democracy. Regrettably, the outcome of the September 21st governorship election appears to have daunted the spirit of many Edo people who feel powerless in the face of the brute force of the institutions that are supposed to protect them. It is therefore understandable that many people feel sad and aggrieved. But in the midst of this despair, I'm urging all my fellow Edo citizens to maintain calm and not resort to violence and the destruction of property in spite of this provocation. Peace and justice will always win at the end, And this is my prescription to all the good people of Edo State who feel vexed and violated at this time. Clearly, it is obvious to the least discerning the amount of impunity and reckless disregard for processes and law that was displayed in this gubernatorial election. In a democracy, there are always safeguards for addressing grievances, and we hope that all those affected will seek resolution for this blatant disregard of law and process. With this in mind, I implore all Edo people to go about their lawful businesses and rest assured of the commitment of our government to your well-being and security. God bless the people of Edo State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The APC winning this election. I say this because you say that you helped Governor Obaseki win the 2 elections he had not had before, and we could see that it had been said to be a 3-horse race. So what would you say changed the game for the APC?
Yeah, you see, when we made Obaseki governor, I continue to insist, because Obaseki was never a politician. Obaseki never voted, just like us were in Edo State. But when Oshi-omo-ole convinced us why we should support him, we all came together to support him. Second term, you see the role we played to also make him the governor of Edo State. Today, what is the game changer? The game changer is that all of us that God put together to assist Obaseki to be governor of Edo State, first term and second term, Obaseki has offended all of us and took out to the extent that he pushed out of PDP. So the game changer was refusing to share his program with us and feeling he can be an autocrat, he can become a dictator, and he wants to enforce. He feels he now has the money, which he never had in 2016, to use money to buy his way through. He feels that he can bring 73 million to my ward and make sure he wins my ward. If I'll show you the print of the type of money he brought to my ward to be able to win my ward. The amount of money he earmarked to buy votes in my ward. But when I saw that document, I laughed. And he also pushed a lot of people to transfer their polling unit to transfer their voting unit to my unit. And that is why in the state today, I have the highest number of PVC voters in my unit. And that's, and he also, so the game changer really is, we had 10 of us that contested for primaries in PDP. 9 of us, he told us to go to hell. The leaders like Dan Obi that went around with him to canvass for him, he said go to hell. Though he started with Comrade Oshi-omo-ole, then like that. If I give, the last time I counted, it's about 618 of us, key leaders, 618 key leaders that left PDP to APC. And the interesting thing, we that left APC to PDP, when we were returning, we left the Aborigine members of PDP to the extent that the world leaders, executive, were all resigning. The total number of people that resigned from my own side that I have the list is about 1,018 persons resigned from my own team from government.
Very shallow, isn't it? Yeah, it's all about interest. You know what they say in Nigeria? They say politics is a game of interest. There is no permanent friend, no permanent enemy, just permanent interest. And then you will see the victims of bad governance repeat same. And then I used to ask, sorry, whose interest, go, are we talking about? The interest of the politicians. So it's all about, he did not share this with us. He thought he could go it alone. Then to those of us who challenged him, he came for us. Indeed, we went for them. And that's why I said that Obaseki is not the loser. These guys are not the losers or winners. The people are the losers. Because it is your common patrimony that is actually causing all the wahala between them. So yeah, he has no political base per se. But his own work could have done it for him. Sure, you get, like, your work. Sure, you know, like if you really did actually work for the people, not just spending money on propaganda, which is what most of them actually do anyway. They spend money on propaganda. They will tell you, this one is the best governor. It's the best we have seen. It's the best, But when you go around their states, you'll be wondering, like, what makes them best of this or that? But using the disagreement between them, so the advantage of a man, they said, could barely express himself. A man that could barely express himself. It doesn't really matter anymore. It's about power. Okay? And as it is, it's just going to be the master key that a lot of them will now use to access the Edo treasury that Obaseki and his own friends have been controlling for a while. So he sort of denied his own helpers politically, especially that guy. I didn't even know that guy is not really that sound. You know, Philip, a former student union president somewhere. He's not really that sound. He's as empty as Okpebholo and the others. And no wonder that Oshi-omo-ole is an orator when it comes to what leadership is in Edo State in the last 10 years. Oshi-omo-ole can talk clearly, make all flippantry statements, nonsensical statements, and they will say, wow, I mean, you get carried away with that. So the guy was like, we have to go back to those who can rescue us. All right? We have to go back to those who can rescue us from this political, wilderness. Obaseki himself felt like, if I could just get rid of this guy once and for all, I could probably just go retire. And then I'll be the godfather that some of you would like. Because, Obaseki is an intellectual. Obadonkey is what? He's a smart guy. He isn't that smart. This guy denied about 18 House of Assembly members the chance of being sworn in, simply because he felt like if they were sworn in, can you even believe that? Edo State House of Assembly, they had about 18 of them, 18 members that were never sworn in, almost throughout the second term of Obadonkey. Something that is so illegal. But he got away with it, kind of got away with it. Never sworn in. Then there is also a case of judges that, it felt like these judges, that judges, they are not on his side. And he never swore them in as well. So he was like running things in a way that, to the admiration of his own supporters, so he was doing the right thing. Because those people are enemies, they are his enemies. So, and if you are enemies of Obaseki, to the Obaseki's friends or supporters, you are enemy of Edo State. The way they do things in Nigeria, okay? If you don't like Thiefnubu right now, rather than say you are Thiefnubu's critic or you are Thiefnubu's enemy, no. They will say you are Nigeria enemy. Even if you have your reasons why you will never be on the side of people like this, right? No, it's not going to be limited to them. It's going to be like, all over. Until tomorrow, a lot of them still kind of in defense of Obadonkey, right? That is fighting for Edo people. And now that he's lost the battle, the people that they felt that are more or less like, they were just tolerating. You see, you know about MC Olueron, Abi, in Lagos. There are many Lagosians, right, that are only just tolerating him. Okay, when I say just tolerating him, it means that if they have their way, if anybody can just get rid of all these agberos, all these political thugs, dangerous people, they will kind of make that person a hero. Do you understand? But now, those ones who have been in the wilderness for the past 5 or so years now, they are now coming back to the limelight. And to some Edo people, hi, Voila, they come. Maiyegun, if you understand what this man did, who are the Agberos? The same set of people that actually helped him to become governor. Of them, they were those who actually made Obadonkey governor at the time. The violence in APC that Oshi-omo-ole supervised that made Obadonkey your governor. Then he kind of felt like since they were loyal to Obadonkey, to Oshi-omo-ole, he decided to get rid of them to the point that he demolished Kabaka's hotel. I don't know if some of you remember that. Just one day they said that Omar, go and demolish his hotel. I saw that video, then I actually published the video. This were like the hero actions that some people who will tell you Obadonkey did so well in Edo because he was able to go after some of the people that some of them wishes their government did something to, and they were supposed to be his friends. So those people are coming back now. They are coming back because. And all of their losses, Edo State will pay for them. I mean, for the next 4 years, Kabaka will have his hotel back. Somebody will have to pay for that. Every other person, except those who died during the whole Wahala. Those who lost material things, they will get all of that back now under Okpebholo. Those who control the market, control the parks, and collecting money then and that were chased away, and another set were brought in by Obadonkey. Now, those ones brought in by Obadonkey collecting taxes here, collecting rubber here and there in Edo State, they will vamoose. And these old guys will come back. And that one alone is what makes some of these people in Edo State so kind of sad. To them, Edo State is back to that old bad days. Kind of. Anyway, away from Edo State. They had an election in Kwara State, 2 days ago as well. And yesterday, even though we saw how that too was totally like a charade, right? Local government elections. Yesterday, the state sworn in all the 16 local government chairmen or chairpersons, despite all the anomalies of the election. It wasn't actually an election. Yeah.
This is Unit 002. Ballot papers were snatched. Already, ballot papers were snatched. You can see them coming with it. This is ballot paper. This is ballot paper. Look at it in his hand. Can you see him? Look at it in his hand. No. Ballot papers were snapped. Can you see him? It's a lie. Can you see him? Give it to him. Ballot papers were snapped. Can you see it? We have said, and this is the presiding officer. This is the presiding officer. From where they snatch ballot paper. This is the presiding officer. You can see we are in Unit 002 Ilesha Baruba. We are in Unit 002 Ilesha Baruba. You can see what is happening. You can see what is happening. This is not election. You can see it in their hand. This is not election. Can you see it? This is the presiding officer that gives them the ballot papers. Can you see him? Yes, sir.
I do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as chairman of the Federal Government Council, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully and in accordance with the provision of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Kwara State Local Government Law of 1999, and the law and always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, sovereignty, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That I will try to preserve fundamental objectives and direct the principles of state policy contained in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That I will exercise the authorities vested in me as chairman, so as not to impede authorize the authority vested in the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria.
This is Unit 002.
You see the scene where the rigging and all of the manipulation happened, and the people that were carrying that out. Then join that to the scene where the scenery where they are being sworn in the government office, governor's office in Ilorin. You see the difference, right? That's exactly what the situation is in that contraption. Now the poor people could help them rig election, manipulate the whole process. All right, and then when it is time for them to begin the whole like just sharing, they don't bring all of those riggers there per se. All right, it's a different atmosphere, not chaotic, nothing. So people believe that people rejected the APC at the local government elections, right? But by the time the KWASIEC, the Kwara State Independent Electoral Commission, KWASIEC, announced the winners, they said APC cleared all the local government areas, and those are the chairmen, as you saw there. Similarly, in Imo State, just same way 2 days ago, somebody captured what the election was like. And yeah, they've already sworn in, I think, the people declared winner too, but from Imo State.
Okay, as you can see, this is booth 009 Amakoya INEC Ward. This is where I, the candidate of People Democratic Party, was. This is where I do cast my own votes. Very unfortunate, those distributing the empty ballot boxes without electoral materials, Mr. Ozoma Anowe and Mpe, they did not bring Chimobi, Chief Emetomba from Umui, and Mr. Ozoma Anowe, Chief also from Amakoya. They did not bring electoral materials here. You can see. The electorate waited without anything to show. They all left. Yes, you can see this is booth 009 Amakoya Neck Ward. Where are your wards? This is where I do vote. Very unfortunate. They did not bring any electoral material at all. Not even the empty buses they are keeping other places. They didn't bring it here. So you will know that these guys, they are up to something. Yes, this is 3:29 p.m.
Welcome. Welcome. So the total election of a community, just few persons, and INEC workers, or ISEC workers, look at the voters, and the people to write the result as well. Election are meant to return to the communities and their state.
What's happened? Any problem?
Because the Turkish should get result.
No ballot paper, but
look here. I must tell you to look now. I don't know what you have committed. You're asking me why I must tell you to look. The whole result, the whole ballot paper.
I don't know about when you do this one. We win the election.
After that was a person voted like 100 persons. At the end of the day, you will talk to tell me that it's the community or the people that did the election.
Okay. You get luck, I go for breakup.
You foresee something for breakup. Bust your head now.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Okay, my way is not rich.
You're supposed to put to behind bars. Some people they the communities that have the what you can do is to stay there. Simone and I were chatting for and one person, few people are casting vote of 100 and something persons. The whole community election, and you people are here, there, few persons are here. All of them want more than 2,000 pieces. And 3 persons are here casting the vote. And you're telling me you're doing the election. And you're telling me you're doing the election.
See election.
And you're here taking the result. Which community are you taking the result from? Which community?
We are inside local government. Remember, not local government. This is APC government. APC government. Remember, not local government. This is my ward. Umezala ward. See where they are. See where they are doing it.
You are called to come and do your job. All you could do is to come here to manipulate the results of communities. People are there complaining that no paper. All you could do is to pack out the road results and come here.
Nah, let's go to that place. Can you hear that side? Nah, wait, let's go to that place. Let's know what they are doing there. Nah, do. No. Check. I want to go to other places. Let's get.
People were waiting at the designated polling unit, waiting for the ballot papers so that they can participate in the local government election, Bano local government area. Meanwhile, some group of people just took the entire ballot paper and everything, ballot box, to the back of the local government secretariat, and they started on printing for APC until some others figured out and they went there to see them. So if I tell you, say Nigeria don't cast, it is not working and it will never work. You think, say, now my own wishes, they give you a dick. We don't say that. Don't let us always say anything bad about our country. Don't say anything bad about our country, but I'm showing you all the bad things there. So you want to pretend that they don't matter, Abi? Because saying that, all these bad things are the pointers that Nigeria is done for. And they will do it again and again and again. This is not 1999, no. This is 2024. They will do it in 2034, 2044, 2054, when majority of you will don't become grandpa. But now Maiyegun, when they tell you, say, that contraption is not working and it will never work. That one they concern you, say, don't say that. You're supposed to say good thing about your country. What is good about that? What? So somebody said it is Rivers State that is next. as we speak, Wike is the one controlling PDP. He's the one controlling Labour Party. He's the one controlling APC in Rivers State. No wonder Fubara told his supporters to go and contest under APP. So right now, Fubara is in a PDP. The local government chairman or his supporters, they are all contesting under APP. Yeah? If you remember the woman that contested for the governor of Rivers State under Labour Party, she is now the kitchen, one of the kitchen utensil of Wike in Rivers State. So if you are obedient and somehow you think 2027, because some of you are thinking of 2027, you must all come together and make sure, say, Obi and Omo, you have no idea what has happened to you. I'll leave it at that again. I saw a video of Fulani terrorists begging for negotiation or something like that. Let's talk. Let's have peace. But I still couldn't put my head around it too. Because this video you're about to watch is actually being promoted by the APC, Ekbekebe guys, to show to us. I don't know if it is recent or not, but because they are sharing it and they are using that to promote a message that Thiefnubu and his gang are doing so well fighting the terrorists and they have killed a lot of them, and to the point that some of them are now begging. I said I'll share it with you.
If you see the Fulani, the Nigeria all is the House of Fulani, not the one value. Vigilante group, for instance, look at last week, vigilante group to come my area to follow my cow and sheep to go. There is no reason here. You are the leader of Nigeria, Zamfara State, in terms of my Zamfara State. So, if you are need to continue to lead Zamfara State very well, no be problem. So just come and call the Fulani, the Kashalas, to come to meet them. If the Fulani need something, the benefit of cows in terms of borehole, and other different beneficiaries. So after that, if you have questions, just raise your hands and ask. For instance, look at you resembling like a Fulani. You are a white man. You know they say where Fulani is thief, all the thief. No. Well, I know the Fulani, all they are thief. No. Go and check it. Now, for instance, me, I am the one that my house, I building my house very clean. And why you send the aeroplane now to come and bombing it? Why? I don't know why. So, if you are thief, so nobody can come with your area to push your thief. So you have to be respect your country. If you don't follow this rule, you are constitution. You are no constitution. After that, we need to send this message to.
I don't know what he's talking about, but I have an idea. So right there, he's talking about them being bombed by the military in Zamfara, that they want to talk. And maybe, I don't know, like Fulani, I don't know if you can make any sense of that anyway, but the bottom line is that they said they are begging. That's one group. I didn't see any, did you see any cow? Because every time we talk about these terrorists, these Fulani terrorists, they will say we should not call them terrorists. We should call them bandits. But they are carrying war weapons. Talking about weapons that could only be found in war fronts in any part of the world where they are fighting war. And yet I haven't seen their cows or anything. So he's appealing to the Zamfara state governor that they should stop bombing them, and that they should talk, something like that. And then APC, Ekpebholo, has been running with that. You can't really trust them. According to them, they said that the killings of some of them, and when they say some of them, Baba, have you seen the calvary of the Fulani terrorists before? They are in their thousands. So if the Nigerian army is bragging that they have killed three of their leaders, and they have killed a total of 150 terrorists, with what I have seen, that is just like a drop in the ocean. But they are spreading this video that the Fulani terrorists are now begging, and they are not willing to take their plea. So they want the Zamfara state governor to negotiate with them, ask what they can do for them, blah, 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 and they will stop kidnapping. As at yesterday, there were a report of about 3 reports from Niger State, from Katsina State, as well as from this same Zamfara, where these terrorists carried out different attacks and kidnappings, including an attack on a community somewhere in Katsina, where they killed 6 people, and they kidnapped over 80 people. But before the end of the night, it is reported that about 37 of those they kidnapped narrowly escaped from them. So, what faction is begging? What other faction is still killing people? So if Nigerian army is indeed sweeping them and all that, the ideal thing is that if they are fighting jihad, it simply means they are fighting for Allah. So why don't you just make it quick? Let them go meet the Allah, and let the Allah be the one to judge them, not you, whether they need a pardon or not. I'm just saying it too, because when APC Ekpebholo pushes something, it is to kind of distract you and make it look like something is happening, when indeed nothing is really happening. So Bello Turuji is still at large. Is the most popular among them. So even if they kill Turuji tomorrow, there are over 1,000 Turuji out there that we are yet to know. So if you see the cavalry of the Fulani terrorists, if you see them coming in their videos, you will know that killing 3 leaders and maybe followers of killing 150 followers by the Nigerian army. And they said they've arrested 157 of them. This is still like a drop in the ocean. People are still being killed and kidnapped. And then, yeah, you see the terrorists. I mean, if they're asking for, let us talk, the first thing they should do is to surrender their arms and then face judgment. So any of them that has been part of all this terrorism, sentence them to death. It's as simple as that. There's no point in keeping them alive. Let us put them in prison. Why do you still want to feed them? The moment you identify those who have participated in these thousands of attacks and killings they've carried out in Nigeria, how about you just quickly make it quick? Sentence them to what they deserve. The ones that can be sentenced to, all of them should be sentenced to death. That would be my own verdict. I could be like, say, are they rich? Like, Maiyegun, you are overreaching. What can I say? The chief terrorist that is now your vice president arrived in New York last night to represent Thiefnubu in the ongoing United Nations General Assembly called UNGA 79. Shitty man. Nigeria is a very funny place. Whenever they want to leave Nigeria at the airport, they will form a line and they will shake hands, like say they've never met themselves before. Then, once the camera is off, everybody go enter the plane together, go and sit down and say, yeah, hey. Then, when they get to their destination, they will ask the guy to stay. All of them will now come down again, form another line, like say they are welcoming him to America, and they'll begin to shake hand again. Oh, thank you. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. Welcome to Canada. Welcome to America, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Then the camera will be off again. All of them go enter their cars straight to wherever they want to go to. When they now get to the venue, they will also come down from their cars to welcome the person into the hall. Like say they are meeting him for the first time too. To make it even more funnier, crazy, they will organize what they call Nigerians in that country. Okay? So the people that left Nigeria with the person, they will now form the Nigerians in America. So this guy will now go and say, oh, the president is now meeting the Nigerians in diaspora. So all of them will now sit down, fill up the hall, and then they will be talking. You see, we are doing so well. All of you in America here, you need to make us proud, please. Make sure that you represent Nigeria very well. They are not there. They are not living there. So when they finish, they will go enter plane again. Go back to Nigeria. They will repeat the same thing. In Nigeria, they will come down from the car, form another line. But that time, they will have others too who are coming to welcome them. So the line will be long. If you bring dancers, and all these people that will display things, okay? Ridiculous thing that they do. And sometimes I don't know how to describe it. All right, it's like living a life of royalty. Sometimes they will put a red carpet on the floor, on the ground for them to walk on. Excellency. Oh, yeah, Excellency, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. But they all left together. They were in the same plane together. So at the United Nations General Assembly, this Tagat, or what's his name, met with this young guy from Senegal. You see the bad news about this guy now, he's actually now a Western puppet. That's why I don't talk much about him anymore. Remember when this guy became the president of Senegal? Senegalese now know better that he is a pure puppet. He is a willing tool in the hand of the West, especially when it comes to the further subjugation of Africa. Is becoming their poster boy. So they sent him to go and talk to the Burkina Faso guys, the Mali and Niger guys, to come back to ECOWAS, because they live in ECOWAS, chasing out. Remember that Sanko, what's that guy's name? Is Prime Minister in Senegal. Remember that guy? The ones that said the Western power, France especially, should leave Africa alone. Baba, they are now regulars in France, regulars in the West. Okay, they are now the spokesperson for some of these Western imperialists. And when they see Nigeria, it's just like, oh, it's good to see you. You make it. Oh, great. The guy was telling the Burkina Faso guys that them living ECOWAS and the AU is breaking up Africa, that we need Africa unity to come together. He is no longer looking at why they left, how they have been treated for years, including during their campaign that all of us felt like, oh my God, young guys are now in charge. Look at this young Kiniko. He is now a Western puppet, disappointingly, right? Even though the people of Senegal, they themselves, you see all those IMF loan, World Bank loan, they continue to impoverish Africa. Alaye don't sign up for some of them too. The similar thing that is almost break up Senegal is now being welcomed in, break up Kenya is now being welcomed in Senegal. Is their poster boy now. And some people are already saying is a total mistake. And it's probably going to end like those before him. That's what this guy from Burkina Faso said. He said, no, this guy is a total letdown. That he's a young guy doesn't mean that, he has the interest of Africa at heart. How dare you go on and tell and speak about Pan-Africanism? Pan-Africanism, where Africans are meeting and discussing the affairs of Africa, but yet they have the representatives of Britain, representatives of France, America, Germany, and some of these Western imperialists. They are seated there where Africans are discussing about Africa. So that's what the guys from Burkina Faso had to say. Like, it is unfortunate, except for those who are already themselves Western people too, that believes that if Africa needs to grow, there is no point in not welcoming this Western power, France, especially with what they have done to them. Do you know that these West Africans, these West African countries like Niger, Mali, Chad, Burkina Faso as well, Guinea, CAR, and a few other places where they are already looting, they have been looting their resources for decades, right? They are not allowed to sell their resources to any other country. They are to sell them to France. They are not allowed to have their foreign accounts in any other country other than France. And also, they are not allowed to, in fact, withdraw money from their own foreign reserve that is domiciled in French banks in France. Rather, they loan the money back to them. Let me explain that to you. It is like if you opening a bank account. Okay, hang on. It's like you are told that you can only open a bank account with a certain bank. If you dare go and open a bank account with other, that means you are violating that and they will overthrow you or destroy your country. So this is the deal. The money that you spend in your country is printed from France. So your your country's foreign reserve is domiciled in France. So when they steal your money and say, okay, when they steal your resources and say they are going to put some of the money away for you, so they put them in a bank account for you in France. Now you see this money, you cannot spend it. You can only borrow it with interest. Your money. So this is how they have been treated for so long. And the likes of this Senegal guy and Soko and all of, they know that. But they have the power now. And they will tell you that they know better. Maybe they didn't know better before. So the Burkina Faso, Chad, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, they have sent Americans packing, send the French packing, send all these Westerners packing from their country. And because of that, all of their money in a French bank, they have been confiscated. Like France told them categorically that we won't give you the money again. Forget about it. So they started printing fake money, fake franc money. It's like Nigeria. Nigeria can't print our own money. Britain, they have to print the money from London. This is why exactly it is like, let's say Nigeria can't print our own money, even though you may have Central Bank of Nigeria, but the money has to be printed in the UK. Okay? And now if Nigeria says, we don't want English, we don't want all these people in Nigeria anymore, and then they will just start printing fake Nigerian naira that they are just dumping in the country like that, so that with that, the entire country will collapse. They've done a lot against them. So it's unfortunate, like I said, it's a total letdown. Every time I see the image of that guy, this guy, do you know, I'm not even calling his name anymore, right? Because to me, it's just that guy now. It's nothing. It's absolute trash now. As from an African's perspective right now, it's a total trash to me. I could barely call his name anymore. You know what I mean? So this is the kind of economic war that is being waged against these three countries. And some people believe that the only independent country, the only 3 independent countries in Africa are Burkina Faso, Mali, and Chad, where they can now make their own deal with wherever country or wherever partner they want in any part of the world. Okay, it's like them starting afresh, right? Even though they have been independent for over 50 years, but they've never really been independent. And to the rest of you who think you have independence and celebrating Independence Day, you are not independent, you know that. So you are still kind of being controlled by the Western criminals. So who are determining what and what you should have in your country and when. If you dare become ambitious, become a little bit ambitious in your life, you will automatically become a threat to the established order, and they will do everything to crush you. It's been over a year now since these 3 countries declared their own independence from France. They had Nigeria Republic too. It's similar. That's what they're doing to them now. So that's why I keep giving you the trio, these 3 countries. They are the 3 countries that people believe are independence in Africa now. Burkina Faso, Nigeria Republic, and Mali. So if you look at them and see that they look poorer, ask yourself, what happened to their resources for the past 50 years? I tell you what happened. I have told you what happened to their resources. Okay, Nigeria has been independent for nearly 64 years now. In another 8 days or 9 days, Nigeria will be celebrating 64th independence birthday. But what you have is just a 64-year-old baby, Tata, who could barely differentiate between his left and right. Still being spoon-fed by the West, unfortunately, with the collaboration of those who have been in charge of that contraption, Nigeria. So you see this, Nigeria is a bit better, you will say. Nigeria have their own foreign reserve, domiciled in America. That is where Nigerian foreign reserve is, in the US, okay? World Bank. However, these 3 countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger Republic, their own foreign reserve is there in France. They are not allowed to. Should be Nigeria, they do business with Russia. They do business with China. And then the European Union and America. So imagine if Nigeria is only allowed to sell all of your natural resources to Britain alone. If you dare try to sell any part of it to any other country, apart from Britain, you are breaching the agreements of your independence, and that can lead to you, whoever is in charge of your government then, that can lead to their overthrow. They can remove them from power because that is against the interest of Britain. So imagine that. Also, the Nigeria Foreign Reserve is based in the UK. And if Nigeria want to want to withdraw money from that foreign reserve account, they cannot withdraw it. They can only borrow from it. Their money. So if Nigeria say Nigeria want to take $1 billion, £1 billion from their own account, they can't. It will be given to them as a loan, and Nigeria will pay interest. This is not a loan from a British bank. It is a loan that from your own savings, they'll give it to you and say you are going to pay 30% interest. So they know you can't pay. So once they give you the money, then they will begin to take mineral resources from your country, okay, to the tune of £1.3 billion. And this is just a free chance to all the businesses in the UK, businessmen in the UK. So which means, as a British, if I want to buy your petroleum, if they are selling a barrel of petroleum, buying your crude oil. So if they are selling a barrel of crude oil for $100, I, as British, coming from Britain, your colonial master, I can only buy it for maybe £10, 10 pounds. So you can't sell it to any British company the same price other people are selling. They are the ones to tell you how much you will sell. That's how they have been running these countries for. That's why they are poor. That is why they are poor. All the mining field, like you see, they have gold mines and other mines in all these West African countries. They are owned and controlled by France, French businesses, French corporations. So if they take your gold from Mali or Burkina Faso, they are the ones to tell you how much they are buying the gold. It doesn't matter how much they are selling gold in the global market. It doesn't matter. If they are selling a bar of gold for $10,000 in the global market, the French corporation will say, we are buying it for $10. Yes, you heard me right, $10. Ridiculously. So at the end of the day, the money is not even given to you. The money is given to these banks in France. They will just send you a paper. They will write it on the paper and say, now we have added $1.5 million or 1.5 million franc to your balance. So just so you know, if you need money, let us know. Then they will print the franc for them. They will ship the money from France and say, okay, we are bringing you 1 million franc notes. So they can't even print their own money. So in case if you have been looking at, if you have been reading some of this Western propaganda, the Western propaganda that shows to you that these people will suffer, they will die, they will beg. And it's been over a year now, they haven't begged. So what they did is that they got the backing of support from Russia and China. So for the past 50 years, they didn't build them any good, because they didn't have money. France didn't build them any good road. They didn't build them any good hospitals. They did not build them electricity or what have you. They didn't build anything to make the countries viable. Okay? So they have just been there rather than build anything for them. Successive politicians from these countries, they are those being rewarded. And the reward is just to give them a flat or something in France. Yeah, if you are a president from Niger, or you've been a president from Burkina Faso or Mali, all of their properties are in France. Okay? So the money is their money, their own bank account is also in France. So once their country goes up in smoke, they run to France and live there. That's where they live. This arrangement is just between the French government as well as successive politicians in this country before this coup took place in these West African countries. Right? Now, they have a deal where it's so bad, right? It is so bad enough that even the weapons to defend themselves against terrorists is still pretty much controlled. France will give obsolete equipment to the supposed army of these countries, but they will ship another sophisticated weapons. They will ship them to the rebels that continue to chase people out of their land, kill them, turn them to refugees in their own countries. So it was like an experiment for them. France was like using these countries as experiments, and their politicians are comfortable. The moment you become a prominent politician in these countries, you can send your family to France. It's like a visa free. So that you just make sure that all the French businesses that are extracting all these resources from your countries, right, they are unhindered. And if you want any negotiation that they should increase how much they are buying your stuff, you would have to, government of a country, you would have to beg them and say, please now, man, please, this thing you are buying is too small. And if we want to sell it out there, we know how much we will sell it. And please now, add something. Then these companies these French companies in these West African countries, they will now have to be like, okay, you know what? We'll think about it. We'll think about it and get back to you. And they may not get back to them for like years. Finally, when they decided to get back to them, they may just add maybe 30 cents, 40 cents to what they are paying. It was like just cheap. So the last 1 year, They have had the experience of knowledge transfer, technology transfer from Russia and China. China is also taking resources, but they are paying the right money for it. In some cases, China is now building their roads, building them hospitals, building them infrastructures. Russia is now training their personnel, the military and all of that, transferring equipment to them, kind of making them look like proper countries now. But because they have been in the hell hole for donkey years, it's going to take a while before it's kind of really to manifest. So this is the reality. So every time I see this guy's picture, I sort of feel like, man, it's a total letdown. So they sent him to Burkina Faso. They sent him to these guys in Mali, that you should go and talk to them. That for their own interest, they should rejoin ECOWAS, rejoin AU, African Union. And they are like, we've never benefited anything. When these guys were depleting us and impoverishing us, African Union did not come to support them or defend them. What do you call this other one? Or this West African, ECOWAS. ECOWAS didn't come to defend or protect them. So what's the benefit of being part of ECOWAS or being part of AU or even being part of United Nations when the rest of the world is watching this France do this to them, like France treating them like this, impoverishing them for decades, and now they are sanctioning them? People will say you don't sanction from the day they said they wanted independence. Now you are saying you are sanctioning them economically. What do they have to lose? So they send them packing, send them away. So now they are finding their route. It's like they are now rebuilding themselves. They are just started rebuilding themselves, building schools, roads, and all that, selling their own mineral resources for the right value. And they believe that if things continue this way for the next 10 years, they may even surpass Nigeria. No joke. Niger Republic, that is 37th state of Nigeria. The ones that these northern terrorists, northern politicians are using Nigeria money to feed. In case if you don't know, when they write budget in Sokoto, when they write budget in Zamfara, when they write budget in Katsina, when they write any of their budget in Kaduna, they always include Niger Republic. They say their cousins in Niger. Nigeria will buy police vehicles. Sokoto will buy poor Sokoto will buy police vehicles and donate them to Niger Republic. Poor Zamfara will buy the police uniform or decide to go and construct a borehole or water clinic for them. The poor northern Nigeria, they are putting money in refinery in Niger Republic. So now, in another 10 years, these countries may actually be far better than Nigeria. You remember that Koolu nearly attacked them too last year, all because of France. So when France was like, Niger Republic is moving mad, they've removed their ally, Bazoum, from power. And they wanted Thiefnubu to go and reinstate Bazoum. And Thiefnubu was ready to start a war with Niger Republic until they told him that, oh, no try more. If you try them, by the time the dust settles, half of Nigeria will probably be in smoke as well. Because it was obvious then that you want to go and attack people that have been under attacks since the day they got independence. You still want to go and attack them. What do you think they have to lose? They have nothing to lose. And then it got exposed, and now these guys were like, they shall manage to stop Thiefnubu. No thanks to those who were urging him on at the time that he should go ahead and do it. In 4 hours, they will conquer Niger Republic. In 4 hours, they would like, these guys have nothing to lose anymore. They've taken everything away from them. Now get something to lose. Between Niger and Nigeria, it is just like a cross border. We say it no reach 4 hours to cross from Niger to Nigeria. So the war will be fought in Nigeria. It's not going to be fought in Niger Republic. You are so stupid that you are sending your soldiers to their death, in case if you don't know. Anyway, common sense prevailed. And thank you to David Undeyin the one that is now kind of under attack from the same Western power, as well as Nigeria, in case if you are not following the news. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. So I was going to take a call, but rather, let's use this as our brunch. Digest it, you know, as you have been part of it. In case if you actually come across this later, watch it as well. And then I look forward to the prime time later this evening, where we can have our own detailed sort of, program as usual. Thank you so much and good morning to those of you who joined us from the, early moment in your own place. Good afternoon. To the rest of us who are watching from this part of the world. And you should all have a good one. Thank you.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun dayari politico. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gbà rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lérí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò